Hello and welcome back to another Coaster Time video. I know what you're all thinking. Another Not Scary Time video? What, did you just go there and love it? So now you're making a bunch of videos? No, not with my home park. Well, that's why I'm making videos on it. The 3 theme parks I've actually been to, and yes, you heard that right, 3. Well, technically 4. Are Disneyland, California Adventures, Legoland, and Knott's. I said that because California Adventure is part of it. But yeah. So this has already 1/3 of the roller coasters I've been on. So it also has my favorite roller coasters in the world. So it's my top 5 favorite roller coasters I've ever ridden, and top 5 favorite roller coasters at Knott's. I'm pretty sure almost everybody knows what the top 5 is. Some people say, I've heard one person say that they think what's it called? Sorry, Sierra Sidewinder is better than Mountain Event. But aside from those, everybody has the same top 4. I'm not going to say it in the order. This and this is Mountain Revenge, Hang Time, Accelerator, and Silver Bullet. Those are the names that everyone wants to know. What is that in the order? So in today's video, we'll find out. Okay, so number 5 is What to Do with Revenge. This is a Schwarzkopf shuttle looper. It is one of 6 left in operation. It is the only one left in America. Now this is a really intense ride. So, first off, you have a launch. 0 to 55 miles per hour, 3 seconds. If you've ever ridden an accelerator at Disneyland, this 1 less second makes it 6. So, well, you actually do feel the difference. Okay, so you launch, and then boom, vertical loop. How many rides have a loop after the launch? And then what do? You go up, and then you fall back down. And you're going down through that loop. And that loop is so forceful. Like, literally, that is like the most forceful loop I have ever felt. And then you do it backwards. What the heck was this part thinking? To do the most intense vertical loop I've ever ridden, and then do it backwards. This is the only Schwarzkopf I've ridden. I hear their loops are very intense. I will be riding the Revolution, so maybe that is more intense. Maybe this has a more intense loop. I don't really know, but wow. This is a really, really intense ride. Okay, so next up on my list, my number 4 is Silver Bullet. This is my mom's favorite ride at the park, but yeah. This was my first ever roller coaster to go upside down more than twice. It goes upside down 6 times. Yay for huge leaps. So, this ride is super intense. It's not the most intense ride at the park. Probably, I'd say, 2nd most intense, maybe 3rd most intense. But this is just a really fun ride. It's not the fastest, it's not the longest. It doesn't have the most versions in the park, but it is just really fun. So, once you reach the top of the lift, so you go down, I don't want to say drop, downward section that makes you get speed. And then you go, boom, vertical loop. Inversion number 1. Then you go through a twist, you don't quite invert there, and then boom, Cobra Roll. That's in Cobra Roll part 1, that's 2, Cobra Roll part 2, that's 3, boom, 0G roll. Turn, and boom, corkscrew. Boom, you keep going the other way, boom, you switch the other way, another corkscrew. Really forceful helix. If you do not know, this helix pulls 3 G's of force. And you're at that for like 3 seconds. That's enough to make some people gray out. Not me. But some people can definitely gray out on that. Oh my gosh, this ride is so intense. My personal favorite part of it is those 2 corkscrews, because those are really intense. I don't know if this is just me, but it feels like you're doing 1 corkscrew one way, and then it flips you and you're doing a second corkscrew the other way. But this is a really, really intense ride. If you love intense roller coasters, I would definitely recommend this ride to you. You will really like it. And if you've ridden Batman the Ride, or 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 Batman the Ride, it's like that, except it's the original layout and not a clone of Batman the Ride. Now, my third favorite ride is Hang Time. This ride, is the first ride that has hang time. You don't get any hang time on Silver Bullet, but you get some hang time on this. This is my first vertical lift hill and beyond vertical drop. And that vertical lift hill, if you didn't know, your seats are slanted back a bit. So during that vertical lift hill, you feel like, oh no, we're falling out. You feel like you're gonna fall out of the seat. It is so intense. And then it hangs you over, you go through a beyond vertical drop. And then you go up into a twisting motion. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like you go upside down at that part. I'm not really sure. And then you go into, I've heard it called a corkscrew. I personally think it's an Immelman. You go into another inversion. And then you go up. And then, boom, airtime. And then up into a cobra roll, and airtime breaks. It's not a very long ride, but it is super intense. Like, actually super intense. That hanging over the drop, you feel like, oh no, we are going to fall out of our seats onto the track. Nope, you don't do that, but still, it is super intense. Oh my god. Also, I really like the color of this ride, and it looks really good. The light package at night is really good. I didn't get to really see a lot of it because when I went, the park closed pretty early, but I did get to see a bit of it. So now we're going on to number 2. These next 2 rides are amazing, but I personally prefer one. And yep, my number 2 is Ghost Rider. At the start, right here. That part right there, I don't know how, but you get so much speed during that little stupid part. And then you go up, and start climbing up the phone real clean, along the way from there. And since both times I rode, I sat in the back, every time since we were in the back, I was like, oh, here we go, we're about to reach the top. Right about here, I said, oh, we're about to reach the top, and I was like, oh, we're still going. Oh, we're about to reach the top. We're still going. When is this still gonna end? And then we finally do start pressing into the hill. And oh my gosh. 3, 2, 1. Airtime. Airtime on the drop. And then great laterals and airtime. More airtime. And airtime into laterals. That part I don't really like too much. I don't really like the laterals. Laterals and airtime. And laterals and airtime. And laterals. And then you go into this section which has complete here laterals. The first time this ride is just airtime, laterals, airtime, laterals. Right here, some people say this is the best airtime moment. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but airtime, this whole last section, you are just being whipped around so much. I flew into the person sitting next to me like 5 times, maybe even 10 times, in this one little section. And then you end the ride getting some airtime in. Wow, the ride wasn't even over. This ride is a really long ride if you didn't know. Nope. It's a really long ride. Airtime into the I'm pretty sure this is the longest ride at the park. It is, and it really shows that. It is a super long ride. Like, oh my god. If you didn't know, you didn't know anything, you would think the ride was like halfway through. It is such a long ride. We got to really get her. This is my second favorite coaster. I have a friend, and this is their fourth favorite coaster or not. That's the Disney Road in Brooklyn. That is what that kid got. So if you ride, play on. If you ride in ride back, it's so much airtime. Oh my god. If you love airtime, you are going to love this one. This is the ride. Airtime. Also, be like speed. I don't know how this ride goes 1 mile per hour faster than Silver Bullet, Monument Valley. A lot of these coasters are 1 mile faster than that. And then it feels like you're going like 10 miles per hour faster. What the heck? How does one even do that? And now we are moving on to my number one. Number one, obviously, my favorite coaster. Some people say the new Ghost Rider is the best at the park. I say Accelerator is. Okay, I'm going to walk you through it and then talk about my general thoughts. It's a pretty short ride, but you launch 0 to 82 miles per hour in 2.3 seconds. I'm talking fast. And then you go up, straight up. You get some airtime there is what I'm told. I didn't really get any airtime. And then you go down. And you go to a couple waves from... That really shows off its speed. If you cannot tell, I'm talking fast because it's a very short ride. It is 25 seconds from launch to brakes. And brakes. Okay, now I'm going to do a bit of a slower one. So that's 0 to 82 miles per hour launch in 2.3 seconds. If you didn't know, that is the 9th fastest acceleration in the world. Something I do think they should do is they should run it faster, because they can. They did during testing, but I have a whole nother video on that. So go to my channel and try and find that video. It's one of my first videos, so just go oldest and it'll be one of the first things you see. But yeah, so wow, that launch showed me how intense roller coasters can be. That launch just goes boom. It pushes you way back into your seat. And both times I rode it, I was scared because, like, first time more scared, obviously, but it's like even second time you get on it, you're like, that launch is kind of nuts. Okay, no. So both times I stapled myself on purpose. Next time I ride it, I'm gonna try not to do that. But wow, that launch. And then when you're going up, you're just looking straight up, going up 200 feet. I don't care if people say, oh, it has a launch, so it's not a hyper. I consider it a hyper. It's over 200 feet. It's a hyper. You crest over that top hat, and then you go down, gain some of your speed back. I think it goes around 70 miles per hour at that section. You are going super fast. You go through an overbank turn, and then another overbank turn. Something I don't like is that in the queue for the ride, though, they say the layout, and they say, you will go through an extreme wave turn. You will go through another extreme wave turn. Also on RCDB, they consider it a figure 8. I don't really know what to consider it. I consider it 2 wave turns. Wave turns, 2 overbank turns. So, yeah. If you do not agree with this list, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying it's the right opinion or the wrong opinion. I know a lot of people prefer the new Ghost Rider, and I'm not saying that they're bad for liking that ride, but I'm just saying this is my personal opinion. I hope you like this video. All of the POVs I got from the Knott's Berry Farm website, except for their hang time one, because that one sucked. Also, the reason why I didn't show hang time going into the brakes was because the POV I got of it. The POV, the guy put like links to more of his videos on the screen during the brake run. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.